Hello everyone and welcome to Violet's Handmade Story. And if you've been to see my videos before, then welcome back and thank you to all my new subscribers. Hope you find this video interesting and informative. We're talking about bindings today because I've tried a new binding which I will talk to you about in a moment, and I think it's ideal for anyone who is trying to make a journal from scratch for the first time. Or maybe you're having a bit of difficulty making your signatures look neat and tidy from the spine and having trouble aligning the holes, which I often have trouble doing that. I can't do it straight away. I have to have a few goes before I get them straight. But this binding that I've done in this journal takes away all those problems. So I'm just going to show you the traditional way of binding first. So here's a journal that I made a while ago, and as you can see, the binding of the signatures is through the actual fabric cover, and so there's pressure on the maker to get them lined up more or less straight. And sometimes it don't always work out that way. I mean, this one's not too bad, but this one is slightly wonky. I mean, it can add to the charm of a handmade product, which is the line I go down, because I never can get it quite perfect. As you can see, there's a little bit of, disalignment just there. So on this one too, if you look at this is the same binding, and it is slightly wonky. If you're a perfectionist, then this sort of binding will quite cause a bit of anxiety to get it right, because once you've made those holes, really there's no going back, because otherwise you're going to have holes all in your fabric cover. So the other way around that is to do a hidden binding, which I do with altered books. So you buy the book, you take out the inside, and then you bind your signatures to a material and card inside, and then glue that to the spine of the book, which then there's no problems there of getting a perfect alignment of your signatures. So that's another way of getting through that. But you know, if you don't want to go to that trouble either, then the method I'm going to show you now might solve that problem, and it's a method that I'm going to use with my students when we do our next journal making class, because I think also it can be done within probably 3 or 4 hours. So I made this little journal just to try out the technique. So as you can see, it's a spine, and you can't see any signatures there, but it's not a hidden binding. So let me just show you the journal first. This journal's half of an A4, and the positives about this way of binding is that it opens flat. It's very flat opening. You can add lots of things to it because there's lots of room in it, lots of pockets and tags. And later on I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain how I do it, but I'm going to show you a diagram which you can screenshot and look at it when you've got more time to read through it rather than listen to me try and explain it. But I'll just go through the video of the journal first. So it's more, I've gone with the colours, these colours of ladies from the 1800s. So you might be able to spot what I've done as I go through. But like I say, it does lay flat. And you know, this follows the normal design of a journal. You've got your pockets and your tags and your places to write. So it's no different to any other journal. It's just a lot more simpler to make. So I'm just going quickly through this journal. So you might have noticed, maybe you might have an idea of what I did. So it's called a guarded binding or guard binding. And if you look inside, it looks like a hidden spine. But when you open it up, you might see how it's been constructed. So what you do is I did the signatures as normal. So each signature is sewn as a normal signature would be. Let me find the centre of a signature to show you. Can you see the thread there? Because it's white, it don't really show up that good. But I did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch in each of the 5 signatures. See if I can find another one. Can you see that? So I sewed the signatures as normal, but instead of trying to line up the holes here, measuring centimetres, using an awl, doing the pamphlet stitches, which can take quite a while, and if you're new to journaling it can be a bit off-putting. What I did was I glued the last page of one signature to the first page of the other signature, and I left about an inch guard here, hence the name guard binding, to give it a bit of give there. So that is all you do. So the only thing is, when you're doing your end papers, you have to have your end papers facing inside the signature. Otherwise, they'll go on the outside and it'll just look plain. So you've got 2 end papers facing inwards to stick back to back together. So that way, this is all done before you put this on the back. So you go through your signatures and you put glue on one side, glue on the other, and stick them together like that. Then that's that signature stuck together. No sewing needed. So you go through and you come to the end page of that other signature, which is this. You stick it to the first page of the next signature, leaving a gap to give it that give, and it's done. And when you've stuck all of them together, it is only then that you attach some fabric to hold the book together there. And it is secure. It's as secure as being stitched. So it takes all that anxiety away. So if you've got students that's doing their journal for the first time and they want to see a quick result, then this is the way to go. Because once they've done this journal, they'll gain confidence and want to go further to learn how to stitch these signatures, which they've already learnt to stitch, but stitch them into the spine, which takes a bit more time and effort because, like I say, if you're going to do that, it's got to look straight on the spine. So that's my tip, and I've got the diagram of how I did that, and I'm going to put it on this video so you can screenshot it and read it at your own leisure. So I hope you found that interesting. And this journal isn't in my shop. It's more like an example. I will show this to students so they can see what their journal will look like. And it's quite nice to be able to do that and open it up like that. And also you can put lots of thick pockets and things, because it seems to have a lot more give to it than if it was sewn. So I hope you found that method quite something you might want to try. And thanks for watching this video, and happy journaling. Bye for now.